Hi everyone, I'm Maddie.
And I'm Amber.
And we're
Witches Talking Tarot.
And today we're going to be talking about the great goddess Cerridwen. Every time I hear her name, I think of like this song. And it's a pagan song. It's a modern pagan song. And I don't know what it's called. It's like, you are Cerridwen. I don't know. It's really good. It's like, I don't know. If you guys know the Cerridwen song.
I don't know. When I think of this, like when I think of Cerridwen, I think specifically of the myth that we're going to go over today. Of her and her magical cauldron. Yeah,
I love the cauldron. I mean,
it's the first thing that I ever really learned about her as a goddess. So like it's stuck. Like that's my correlation for her, is specifically the myth of her with her son and her little helper.
So honestly, when I think Cerridwen, besides the Cerridwen song, I think she's so Hecate, but not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
really.
I've heard she calls to you when you need like a big change in life. Like you need like
and I
things
love her
shaken
cauldron.
down.
Because in a way, I feel like she's Hecate, but she's also got that Hestia vibe with the cauldron. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I do. I definitely get some Baba Yaga and Marsana vibes with her cauldron aplenty. I won't lie, but I even wrote it down as Cerridwen and her kitty cauldron. Like, I just think about the cauldron and her
I do love the cauldron. I love cauldrons anyway.
Like,
check out our cauldron episode.
Yeah, like cauldrons and like cooking up the, I mean, what is more iconic than like Macbeth and the three witches and the double toil and trouble, cauldron, fire burn and cauldron bubble. I mean, and that also, I guess, would be what I think of when I think of Cerridwen.
I do love her. She's awesome.
Yeah, like I told you, I picture her like, I straight up, guys, I picture her like 80s crimped blonde hair and black
it's frizzy from the cauldron.
Maybe. Like, I do. It's like 80s black eye makeup and like crimped hair. Not curly, not wavy, crimpy ass wavy. Like, I love me some 80s crimped hair.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go with what I said earlier before we went on. Are we casting now?
If you're ready.
Okay. So I gotta see Cerridwen as Nicole Richie before the surgery. Nicole Kidman before the surgery. Yeah, Nicole Richie's kind of, you know.
Surgery?
Oh my God, she's had plastic surgery.
You didn't need it, baby.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
But
I'm sorry.
As one of the directors, we're crimping her hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. That's because I'm gonna look it up with blonde hair too.
You know what? I was gonna say Nicole Kidman. I bet you can find a picture of her with crimped hair. I bet she's had crimped hair. I believe it. I believe in you, honey. I know you've had crimped hair.
Oh my God, see, that's perfect.
Exactly.
Oh my God,
Is
that right
from,
there.
The Irish movie?
I have no idea, but it looks like it. Actually, it looks like it.
What is that from? It looks like it's got to be from the movie where like her and whoever her man is, I think it was Tom Cruise, but they're like Irish immigrants and they're like running out west to get some land during the land grab. Like, or whatever the fuck that thing is.
I hear you. I know. I know what you're saying. Yeah, maybe it is. Like
that.
That's gorgeous.
Yes. That Nicole Kidman is Cerridwen, billions%.
Just type in Nicole Kidman blonde crimped hair, and it's the first thing to pop up.
Yeah, it's her. That's Cerridwen, and like in a like I can see her over the cauldron, and that hair is just flowing, and it is kind of frizzy because of all the stuff that she's cooking up in her cauldron. Because Cerridwen is like she's the goddess of like witchcraft in Welsh folklore. She has the cauldron of wonders, is that what it's called?
I thought it was knowledge.
Cauldron of knowledge. That sounds about right.
I think that's what it is.
That's why I asked. I was like, I can't remember, and I didn't write it down. I wrote down kitty cauldron. But like, the cauldron can transform, give knowledge, and something else.
Oh, it get life.
regeneration of life.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's got this amazing fucking cauldron, and she's kind of like the goddess of witchcraft and like Nicole Kidman
and herbalism and like all that.
It's really perfect. Like
right. So Nicole Kidman in Practical Magic, but with the hair from that Irish.
Yes.
lady.
Right. Like 100%. Dressed, and she's got a shawl on, and it's kind of like it's got fringe on it because it's Nicole Kidman.
It's Nick or Stevie fucking Nicks.
Yeah, exactly. And
oh my god! Now that I'm like that girl from American Horror Story could probably do it too.
Yeah, but we'll save her.
For something much better. Right? I love her too.
So Morfran, because whether he plays a huge part,
his motherfucking name sounds like his character. Like
I know.
Morfran.
He doesn't play a huge part, but he's integral to the plot. So I feel like we should cast him. And hands down, I go with Sloth from the Goonies. Hands down. There's only one other actor
in a way. Is it Peter Dinklage?
No.
Oh.
No, I knew you were going to say that.
Did you? Because, like, I imagine Hephaestus in Greek mythology as Peter Dinklage.
No, I know. And
he's like my go-to.
I knew you were going to say that. And see, like, for me, I was going to say, like, right, but Hephaestus was not cute.
Right, but, like, Peter Dinklage is cute, but not in the cute sort of way that, like, he's cute in the Serona beautiful
but
word.
Hephaestus is like...
that is offensive.
But true.
Check out the YouTube if you want to see.
If you want to see what Amber just did. So I was actually thinking, like, and this has nothing to do with this myth. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you've ever watched Rob Zombie movies, but you know the big guy? He's like, he's got, like, his limbs are extraordinarily long, and they're kind of awkward, and he's got, like, super long fucking fingers.
Are you talking about, like, Slender Man?
No, it's a real person. It's an actor.
Oh my god, that poor man. I do not know.
Yes, that poor man.
Okay, I'm getting scared.
I think he has, like, gigantism. I was trying to look up his name earlier. I couldn't find him. But I was like, why did I not think about him for Hephaestus? Because I bet that's exactly what Hephaestus is supposed to look like. But because I couldn't find his name, Sloth, and it works better because this guy... Sloth is just character-wise, it'll fit. You guys will see, unless you can think of somebody better.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
No, I didn't do it that way on purpose.
I love Sloth. I'm sorry, guys. You have to say it the Sloth
I think those were prosthetics, too. Like, he was, those, like, it's all prosthetic.
Well, and I am not saying an actor's name. I really did just go, like, Sloth is perfect to just transplant because, like you said, that way we're not, like, making fun of anybody. It is taking Sloth the character, putting him as Morfran the character, and it works really fucking well.
I think so.
Because I also can't think of anybody better because of the description that we're going to give of Morfran later. So, Gwion Boch.
Oh, Hodor.
Hodor, yes,
from
Hodor.
Game of Thrones.
I do not know who that actor is, but
Hodor. He's apparently a really good DJ. I saw that he's like a really like famous.
Hodor.
Dude, but seriously though, hold the door.
Sorry, podcast listeners, YouTube. I hope you laughed.
Hold the door. Hold the door.
No, that was the saddest flashback I've ever seen in my entire life.
He knew.
That was his death. He saw his death his whole life. He was just a whole.
Also, he was a normal person before he saw his death too. He was just chilling. Then he had a seizure.
But we got you, Hodor. So, Taliesin.
So if Hodor had to change into a sexy, smart person, because there got to be like who would that be? I want to say, no, we're saving him. We haven't cast Zac Efron yet, have we? We got to save him.
Okay. I don't think we have.
I don't think so either. I'm like, he's got to be a Greek god. That's Ares right there. I'm sorry, we're not doing that, but I'm like, I could see Zac Efron as Ares.
Okay, so his name, like, apparently means, like, strong brow or something. So I'm trying to think of a gentleman with, like, a strong brow line.
Is he young? He's young, yeah.
He's young. I would say he's in his 20s-ish.
I'm going to open up my phone real quick. Take a look. Young, attractive actors.
Strong brow.
Strong brow.
Oh, that one dude, homie boy with the Skarsgård. He has a strong brow. Not the one with the creepy eyes, but the other brother. The Skarsgård that's not it. Alexander?
Alexander, the Tarzan. Which one? The not it, you said.
Yeah, not it. Not the one with the creepy eyes, because those eyes.
Damn, he kind of cute.
Oh,
I totally forgot about Chris Pine.
Love him.
Chris Pine has beautiful eyes.
That is not who I thought it was. I also love him though. I'm good with Chris Pine.
He's got that brow.
Was I thought it was James Marsden at first. But it is not.
I'm excited to cast him. We've got to cast George Clooney.
And I really feel like Celtic is where he belongs.
I think so,
high
too.
up in the Celtic pantheon. Maybe Norse. But I definitely like that one guy.
We got to cast Henry Cavill.
Not something so small as Taliesin, right? I kind of like, who was that one guy that I thought was James Marsden but was not, with the blue eyes?
Oh, yeah. Chris Pine.
Chris Pine?
Yeah,
you want to Chris
for
Pine
sure.
it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God,
I'm sorry, I was just musing out loud. I'm like, okay, I could totally see Henry Cavill being like Hercules or some shit. I mean, he's Henry Cavill. I feel like he'd be like Hercules. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to just cast random actors, but seriously.
Sorry, he's no Kevin Sorbo. He's too tiny for me.
Oh my God, Kevin Sorbo. Okay, but for real though, that's Aries to me.
Hercules.
That's Aries to me.
I can dig that.
That's a God of War.
Although I can also dig that as a Hermes.
Hey, wait,
put
who?
some winged sandals on that bitch. Oh my God, Hermes.
I could see that.
I can see that as Hermes.
For real, I think there was a.
Oh my gosh. Because I feel like Aries would be like a harder motherfucker.
I love me some fucking whatever that guy's name is.
Is that Ewan McGregor?
Yes, it is. That's his name.
I love Ewan McGregor.
Me too. He looks Irish. Like that would be
He is
Irish. Oh, he is.
Or Scottish. No, I think he is Scottish. I am pretty sure he's Scottish.
Oh, wow.
Ewan McGregor.
That's
sponsor us.
That's
Tell
a
us where
German.
you're from.
That's a German.
Oh, yeah. See,
no, he really is.
Aged well. See? That's why I said in our, whatever episode, the Wendigo episode, and I was like, he's pretty hot.
I'm excited to cast him.
I can't wait to cast him. Okay,
so
sorry,
I know,
guys. Tell us, what was that Pine? Chris Pine.
Chris Pine. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so we have our cast. We were just
oohing and
looking at future castmates.
I know. I do want to cast this guy. I do want to cast him at some point.
Members, I said mates. That's telling. I can't. Yeah, I'm excited to cast him and his son. I love his son.
Actually,
so
we should wait
much.
to cast him until we do some
fuck yes.
Jewish lore. Because he's Jewish.
Well, I know. I just got excited.
I know, me too.
Because I feel like his son will be perfect in the Lilith episode somehow.
Right?
He'll be supporting Lilith.
Wait, which son? Which
his
one?
His son from Schitt's Creek.
Oh, okay. From
his real.
Oh, that's
Daniel
his real
Levy.
son.
Yeah, his real son is.
Okay,
Daniel
I thought
Levy.
we were talking the son from American Pie, and I'm like,
no.
I can see it. He's got that kind of vibe where he's just like.
Yeah, but no, I can see Daniel Levy'd be like, "You go, girl, Lilith.
I know.
Get up
He's
there.
the angel that was supposed to be watching.
You don't want to submit to your man. I'm with it. Okay, I'm sorry. That wrong myth, guys.
Wrong myth.
Wrong
We're
myth.
getting excited.
We're back
for
on
future
Cerridwen.
episodes.
Okay. So Nicole Kidman is our gorgeous ass fucking Cerridwen. Sloth is her unfortunate son Morfran. Hodor is Gwion Boch, Cerridwen's assistant, and Taliesin is Chris Pine, and you'll see where he comes into play. So, shall we begin?
Yes.
With Cerridwen. It rhymed.
That's the name of the. Shall we begin? With Cerridwen. So, how the heck do you pronounce her son's name again?
Morfran.
Morfran. So, I guess it really starts with Morfran and his unfortunate existence.
It does. I guess it does.
Does it ever explain why he is the way he is?
No, just that, she is married to this giant who's very important. And something that we learned from a friend of ours last week as it pertains to Celtic mythology. So you know how in our Celtic myths we always talk about, like, it's really fucking confusing. We don't understand the Tuatha De Danann and their role in it. Okay, so in the Celtic spiritual belief, they are genuinely descended from the Tuatha De Danann. They are genuinely descended from the magical fairy peoples. They are genuinely descendants
from the
of
gods.
These gods, which is why they write about them like they're real people.
Like they're their ancestors.
Yeah, because they believe they're their ancestors, which,
they are
if you take it back to our snake episode and we talk about how connected the spirituality from pre-Ice Ages is in the Celtic lore, then that really does make sense that, like, maybe those really are their fucking ancestors.
Oh, I can see it. They're chosen.
They are. Like, sorry guys, but we learned something that we wanted to share with you because it makes this shit make a bit more sense. So, unfortunateness of Mordor.
He's really
Morfran, not Mordor.
I know. I wanted to do the same thing too. I did. So, he's. I don't mean this in an offensive way, Cerridwen. So, but
right, we're just telling it like it is.
He's not very pretty for a god. He's not.
Would you like me to cover this?
Please, because
okay.
I'm. You're like,
poor unfortunate Morfran not only was he developmentally not formed properly, like his body was actually disfigured, unlike most gods, but as we kind of alluded to earlier, Hephaestus is a god who is depicted as being physically not perfect, which I think is perfect because it just brings that humanity piece into the gods.
Well, and can we talk a little bit about the difference in mothering with Cerridwen versus Hera? I mean, I'm pretty sure Hera chucked him off the fucking mountain. Cerridwen's like, I'm gonna fix this. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
actually, I'm like,
I do not have the same view on Hera, so like, I don't see that she just chucked Hephaestus away.
This bitch ugly.
I think what she did was she did what most loving mothers did in unfortunate times.
And left him to die.
And she said, your life will be easiest if you do not have to deal with the general public. So you should be down here doing this because you're good at it. And that way you will have the best life you can have under the circumstances of your dad being a piece of shit, and your physical appearance is everyone's punishment for your dad being a piece of shit. That is my view on it.
I get that.
I would say I'm sorry, Zeus, but I'm not. I feel like all of the unfortunate things that happen to Zeus's children are because of Zeus.
Can I say something a little controversial?
I think I am right now, so
I think
you're good.
that Hephaestus probably is the way he is because he has fetal birth defects because of STDs. Thanks, Zeus.
Okay, I so thought you were gonna say like fetal alcohol syndrome.
No,
ambrosia.
that could be
and
it
I was
too.
like,
no,
I mean the gods be partying.
I was just thinking, man, I bet Zeus has like a lot of STDs. Dude,
but yeah,
please
like
do not
again,
strike me down. I'm
right,
sorry.
I'm sorry, Zeus, but
can
you
we
know
please
with
light
what
an
you
incense? Like I be
Yeah,
feeling bad. I'm like,
we got this going on.
I'm one of those that's paranoid. I don't like talking.
I am not. Look, if Zeus didn't act the way he did, it would be a different story. But he acts the way he does, and he fucking knows it. So like, you know, just being honest with our gods and who they are is kind of the difference between being a pagan and not, in my opinion.
No, I totally feel you.
So I think it's acceptable to acknowledge, our different views on Hera and how Zeus plays into that.
Right.
But I really do think that Hephaestus's unfortunateness, I didn't know if you wanted to like do it around you or anything. I was gonna probably stick it up there.
Smells amazing. One of my favorite. I love sandalwood. I do
too. But like, and I think that Hera did like, okay, so let me sound a little controversial. You know, like in the 50s, if you had a child that you were not equipped to raise, you had an institution raise them. I think Hera...
That's pretty much what Hera tried to.
No, I think Hera was unwilling to do that kind of thing, and she was unwilling to 300 it, where she was just Spartan about it and was like, you're going to be on this cliff. I think she literally raised him and was like, this is where you will fit best in society because you'll have the easiest kind of life that way.
I feel
And it's like just acknowledging that other people are going to be shitty to him.
I wish
is like that's how I view it. That's my view on it. That's my view on it, guys. I'm not always right, but don't tell my husband I said that.
Well, I was going to say something about Cerridwen.
But I do agree that Cerridwen handled it very differently, but I also think that's because Cerridwen, being the goddess of witchcraft and having this cauldron and having her own Onwin.
Yes.
Is that how you say it? Yeah, Onwin, which in Celtic belief system, Onwin is kind of like your fucking magical power, like having all this knowledge and the intuition and the ability to do those things that the cauldron does. Cerridwen has all of that within herself without the cauldron. She doesn't need the cauldron, but she has that tool.
The cauldron is kind
disposal.
of like a physical manifestation.
Right, but like the cauldron itself can also do things without Cerridwen being the one to do them, right? But like Cerridwen doesn't need the cauldron. Hera doesn't have that power. Hera doesn't have the ability to make the change. And I think that's where the difference lies, is like Hera had to find something for her kid because there were no other options for her.
Whereas Cerridwen had the other options. So Cerridwen
But that's my view, and I'm not trying to be controversial or hateful towards Zeus. I feel for Hera, man. I do. I feel for Hera. Like, your whole life is a public spectacle of your husband cheating on you.
Yeah, and you're the goddess of marriage.
It's so disrespectful. Anyway.
Poor Hera.
So we've got unfortunate Morfran and Cerridwen. She does love her unfortunate son because she also has a daughter like Gwion, who's like gorgeous and shit.
Right.
So we don't talk about her much.
So she basically is like, you know what?
She's Emma Roberts.
She's like, get him away from me.
That's why Dad doesn't like you.
She's like, you are so fucking weird. But anyway, so Cerridwen is like, I'm going to fix this. Yeah. I have the ability to do so. I'm going to. So I'm going to create a potion that I have to brew for a year and a day, which is a very, like, famous thing. You know, if you follow the Wiccan path, a lot of people believe that, well, I don't think it's just Wiccan.
It's not just Wiccan.
It's
like
not just
hand
Wiccan.
Fastings are a year and a day.
Yeah, there's a lot of things like hand fastings.
And that's studying under, that's like pre-Wicca.
Right.
Yeah.
Studying under a crone for a year and a day. You know, like, it's a very, like...
I won't lie, I did like a little special, like, ritual-y kind of thing on our year and a day after Witches Talking Tarot.
Oh shit, you did?
Yeah, just like a kind of like celebratory year and a day.
That's awesome.
Like we passed it. Like
we did,
it.
right?
We did. Yeah.
So
anyway, I had it set in my phone as a reminder because a year and a day is pretty traditional for witches. That was all my point for that.
No, it really is. So anyway, she's like making this potion. She's got her... I'm trying to think of herbs off the top of my head that can maybe make someone...
Mugwort.
Mugwort. She's
Transformation.
got rose for beauty. She's got what's good for knowledge.
She's got ginkgo biloba.
That's what I was thinking. Ginkgo something in there. She's got like...
She's got mushrooms in there. They're great for brain connectivity.
Oh, absolutely.
She's got a pinch of nutmeg because nutmeg's great, but you never want to overdo it.
Right. I'm like, she's got...
And then she adds some lavender and another pinch of nutmeg and some frankincense, all for that like otherworldly third power stuff.
I'm thinking she's like adding... I know this sounds so silly, but she's got like shit with protein in it because like this guy needs to bulk up. Like if he's gonna be pretty,
needs to feed himself.
Right, exactly. So like, we've got some fucking protein powder in there.
Body's got
I'm just kidding. She's probably throwing nuts and like you said, mushrooms and beans. She's making like a good ass soup. Yeah, potatoes.
Good soup.
Potatoes.
Smack it.
But in all seriousness, so she's making that.
I think that works, actually.
I think so, too.
Like, that works, like, really well. Because this is Welsh, not Irish, but it's still Celtic, so I'm sure they had potatoes. They had potatoes there.
Right.
And she's got to take a break. She's been working on this forever.
Shit to do. She got shit to do. She's a goddess. She's got stuff to do. And so what does a goddess do?
Yeah.
She
reaches out to her boy Friday over there, and she's like, "Hey, Gwion Boch, come stir this for me."
And he says,
"Take good care of it."
Hodo. And he just does it. Hodo. And he's stirring. And he's not necessarily the smartest, but I don't think he's as dim-witted as the son.
Yeah, no, he is not. I just thought Hodor was a really good pick for this.
I think so too. Totally. He's not the smartest, but he's not stupid. Hodor's not the smartest. He's not stupid. He's just amused.
He's just like, because he saw his own death, and that shit freaks you out.
So he's just like, oh, I'm so excited, and he's like,
he gets a little excited, stirring.
Right. And some of the potion gets on his finger, and it's so hot. Oh, go ahead. No, you can.
Now, the important thing to know about potions out of Cerridwen's kitty cauldron, I'm going to call it, only the first 3 sips, or the first 3 drops. I knew that was wrong. I was like, sips, that's too many. The first 3 drops are what has the magic, and everything else is just poison.
So the first 3 drops land on Hodor, aka what's his name?
Gwion Boch. Gwion Boch.
Gwion Boch. His they land on his fingers and it burns.
Hot.
It burns. He's like, ow. So he just puts his fingers in his mouth. Doesn't even think about it. He's just like,
what do you do when you burn your fingers? You automatically. That's like human instinct.
Right. To cool it down.
Right.
And in doing so, he drank the first 3 drops
that were potion. So all of a sudden, Gwion Boch is not Gwion Boch anymore.
He has this like polyjuice transformation.
Yeah, he's like
I'm like seeing it like polyjuice. He's like bubbling, and then all of a sudden he's like this attractive.
I'm seeing it more like, definitely I saw it more like Terminator 2, like the liquid guy just morphing from Hodor into Chris Pine. And he's like handsome, and he's like, all of a sudden he's a master poet, and he's so knowledgeable, and he knows like, to be afraid of Cerridwen.
He's like, fuck, and he like takes off running.
Books it the fuck out of there. And the cool thing about that magic potion that he accidentally drank, it gives him the powers of transformation. And
he's transforming into, what was it, a hare.
Yes.
And she transforms into a greyhound, because I'm pretty sure those are Irish or Scottish dogs, right?
Greyhounds are Italian, actually.
Okay, so not a greyhound, it's a fucking Irish wolfhound. That's what I was thinking, those are big-ass dogs.
And so he turns into a fish, and he jumps into the river.
And so she's an otter.
Becomes an otter.
Right.
Now, here's the thing that I did not understand, and maybe they don't actually cover it. Does she know that he has done the thing because she gives Morfran the 3 drops, and it kills him because everything else is poisonous?
Oh, God.
Or did she happen to see him flee and change shape? Or did she just instinctively
I think it was an instinctive thing.
When she came back to the cauldron that no longer had Hodor stirring it?
I think it's an instinctive thing, if I'm being honest.
Because, I don't remember reading it, and I didn't know if you had read it in any of the ones you read about it, because I didn't see that.
It didn't say that. It just said she kind of knew.
And I just wondered if she kind of knew because her son died. I just didn't.
God, that would suck.
That'd be awful, right? But that would explain, her vengefulness.
Right, which brings us to...
Yeah, so she's an otter and he's a fish.
He turns into a bird and she turns into a hawk. And then finally he's over a cornfield and he's like, ha-ha, and he turns into corn.
And she turns into...
a hen.
Baba Yaga vibes.
Well, yeah, for sure. I was thinking that too. No, I was thinking... I'm imagining my son. He's learning animals. Yeah, exactly. So anyway,
Sometimes I forget YouTube can fucking see me.
she dead ass eats him. Like, she straight up eats him. And he's eaten, and she's now pregnant.
Yeah.
Which again, back to the Zeus
she
vibes.
knows.
If I'm being honest with you, you know how he's pregnant with Athena. That's kind of like the vibes I'm getting.
Yeah.
But
like,
she knows that she's pregnant with him.
Yeah,
and she's ready
mad
to.
About it.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna fucking kill this motherfucker.
She's like, just wait, boy. Just wait.
Yeah, she's like, oh, was that delicious? And she's like eating something that's like really spicy or some shit. She's like, this is
so wrong.
I know it is, dude. Anyway, so she's so pissed, and she's fully planning on killing this child when she has him. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part of the myth. So she goes through labor and having this baby, and in my head, I'm literally seeing it like we're talking Rhaenyra Targaryen giving birth scene. You know what I mean? We haven't got that far yet. But she's straight up giving birth. She's angry. She's upset. She's pissed. She's pissed that she's giving birth to him. She's pissed that she's in labor in general.
Right.
You know, it hurts. And she fully plans on stabbing this motherfucker.
This kid as soon as he comes out.
But he slides out.
She sees that dark head of hair and that perfect
and
little
looks
baby.
into his eyes,
and she's like, I can't do it.
I love that about her. I love that she couldn't do it.
But also her determination to kill a baby that she carried to term is why I think that she found out that the first 3 drops were taken by giving her son the next 3 drops.
Well, part of me wonders did that determination ever waver? She's like, I'm going to kill this baby, and then it moves, and she's like, you know, and it like slowly was a thing, but she tried to keep her, you know, and then just
tried to be
picking
angry
him up
and vengeful.
That's what I think.
No, I get it. I still, like, in my heart of hearts, I still think she was willing to kill that baby because here's the thing. Cerridwen, she's the goddess of witchcraft. She's got her cauldron of plenty.
She could have easily made
another one to fix her beloved child.
She easily could have made an abortion potion as well.
Yep,
she could have, but she didn't.
Yeah, but she wanted the vengeance because since this guy messed up, her beloved son died.
No, is there anything else about her son, though, before we say that? Like, are there any other myths with him in it?
Like, he's not mentioned again that I have read.
Okay. If he is, then we just haven't read it.
Let us know. Like, let me know, because, like, I am only drawing my own conclusions based on what I read, okay? So if you know that Morfran did not die, because otherwise, like, why didn't she just, like, go back and make the post, you know what I mean? Like, you know? That's just, like, my thing. That's just, like, what I wonder / cannot help but think about the situation, you know?
So what did you guys think of this myth? It was a pretty quick myth. It was a really fun myth, though.
Yeah, it was a fun myth. And we wanted to cover it because, like, you know, Cerridwen is one of those dark goddesses, one of the liminal goddesses, and we've covered a lot of the others, and we wanted to make sure the Celts felt that we were showing them some love too. Speaking of showing love, hey Melissa, thank you so much for being our patron, and to like half the motherfucking world, thanks for listening to us. Like, Sweden is like our second most listened to country.
Nice,
like,
that's awesome.
Dudes, we love you too.
Right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe, and definitely leave a comment and let us know if her son is in any other myths.
Yeah,
I'm
for
not
sure. Because like I want to know if my conclusions are correct.
Catch us on Twitter at @ClassyAsWitches, and on Instagram we are at Witches Talking Tarot.
On Facebook, we're Witches Talking Tarot as well. And thanks for coming to sing with us a spell.